Hi there. Welcome to day 26, 55 Days of Christ Consciousness. I'm Gina with Soul Inspired Reflections. And be sure to like and share the video if you feel you're getting some value and insight for your own transformation and ascension journey and integrating your Christ consciousness energies within you. And this, remember, it shows up uniquely with each individual. And so today we will pull from the deck, the Christ Consciousness deck, created by Amanda Ellis and illustrated by Jane Delaford Taylor. And this is that beautiful cover. It's a self-mastery oracle deck. So it's very much supports you in your own self-mastery and your energy and integration of your higher qualities, I am presence, and Christ consciousness energies. So let's see what card wants to pop out for day 26. And just remember, anytime you come across this video, it's the exact time you're meant to see it and connect with it. You can always go back and re-listen to any part of these videos as there's no timeline with them. And you may get something different each time you listen to the video. Something else may stand out for you. It's kind of like rereading a book or studying. When you're ready to receive another aspect of that message, it comes through and you're like, oh, I didn't notice that before, or it has beautiful reminders. So today we have abundance, enjoy life fully. This is one of my favorite cards, as I feel I'm very much connecting fully, more fully, and returning to the abundance energy in my life, as I know so many of you also are doing that. And just as I pull this card, because I have some plants outside my window, a hummingbird flew right in front of the window here, just above my head, and is getting nourishment from the flowers. And it's such a beautiful reminder of that energy of the hummingbird and all it represents and love. And let's go ahead and look up that hummingbird energy for us, since it made itself very present as we're calling in the abundance energy. So just give me one moment here as we look at possible spiritual meanings and guidance of the hummingbird. Yeah. So in most cases, the hummingbird's spirit animal is a messenger of joy, love, and good luck. The mighty little bird is also a symbol of beauty, playfulness, and resilience. And those with the hummingbird as their spirit animal tend to be very happy. So it reminds me too, it's like when we are in our joy and love and good luck and open to spirit and communication, we do tend to be more happy and healthier and resilient to life and changes. And part of self-mastery is resiliency. And as the more you build your energetic foundation and protections and auric field or human biofield, these are all synonymous terms known as also the aura. The chaos of the external world impacts you less and less because you're not as connected to it. You can stay fully in your abundance, meaning you're not as personally impacted, right? We're all connected to everything, but it's not going to steer you off course. It's not going to, you're still staying in your alignment with your higher self, and you're recognizing things are occurring as they should be. And you know when to pivot, when to move forward, and how your choices and what choices, when, and how to make them. But as we also take in this abundance card, as we're also reminded to love and of our luck, and we notice the watermelon, we notice all the cheeses and grapes and maybe wine or water, a bread, and all these beautiful colors, the nourishing and healing colors of the green, vitality. It's it's enjoy life fully. So you're returning to this place that you are loving life. And it's not about the abundance of material goods. So far from that. This is a place of simplicity, really being in love and gratitude of everything you have, everything that you're bringing forward. You're reaping the benefits of all the stuff you have sown, the seeds you have sown over the past year, 2 years, or whatever's gotten you to this point in life now. And some of you may not be feeling the abundant energy just yet, but know it is there always around you. And that's the time when you're not feeling it. That's the time to stop, pause, look around, and to be in gratitude for every single thing in your life, even when it's hard to say that. Gratitude, the energy of gratitude will shift you and support you to return to the energy of abundance and enjoy life. And this goes for even if you struggle having shelter in your life, food, resources of any kind too, because abundance is also resources. Where are your resources? Look around and reconnect yourself to nature, because nature gives us all the resources we ever need. Everything to stay healthy, wealthy, and thrive is in nature. And that's also a reminder that you also have to be in action, right? You have to be in action to also be part of the abundance and creating abundance in your life. It's a co-creation with you and God, you and the universe, you and the loving people around you, you and nature. And pay attention to when you're feeling resistance or something is being forced. And that too will tell you which direction to go or to pause and maybe take some time, right? But abundance energy is much more than just finances. It includes finances, right? It includes finances. That's just an aspect. It includes the quality of people in your life. Where do you want to put your time and energy? Does it also feed you in return? When we are in abundance, it also feeds you. It fills your cup. Remember back when we talked about the Holy Grail, your cup is full and overflowing. Your abundance is full and overflowing. And that allows you to share the vitality, to be generous, to continue to give to life, can you continue to create the world from a higher place, right? As well as you can have time and leisure and for yourself and enjoy the beautiful world around you, because it truly is beautiful. And when we're at times when we're feeling and just only seeing the dark of the world and the discord of the world, because that's there too, like poverty is very hard to look at. People that don't have basic needs, that is a very hard thing for any of us to acknowledge, look at, and accept. And we shouldn't. I really feel we shouldn't accept that, because there's plenty of resources that no one should want for anything. And but they too, as you, must be willing to also receive, give and receive. It's both and. Take advantage of the olive branches given to you and move into action to continue to foster your abundance, to be in gratitude, to be connected with spirit, and know that you have the power to enjoy your life fully. And pay attention to when you're not. If you're sweating all the small things, that drains you of vitality. It begins to cause you to worry. You stress your body, you stress your cells, you stress your wellness, you stress those around you by constantly worry, nitpick. So just pay attention to where you might be limiting the abundance in your own life, the energy, that flow of abundance. So let's see what the message of this card is for you today. And it's card number 51 for those of you that care to look up numerology, if you feel called to do that today with this particular card. And today's date is September, recorded on September 25th, but this will be as released on September 27th. Use your intuition. 2023. Abundance. Enjoy life fully. The path to enlightenment via Christ consciousness is not about suffering, pain, or living in fear or spiteful God out to gain vengeance and retribution. Neither is it about having guilt for what we have or shame for enjoying ourselves. Far from it. Living this way is instead about opening to the abundance and goodness of this peaceful planet and life with its rich resources, places to visit, things to see and do, and people to help. And I find that really interesting, the gong outside and the wind picked up. As you can see, my background's moving, my divider. Even when we go through hard times, there will be those who step up to extend the hand of friendship or offer support another way. The meal cooked, the children looked after, the kind or unexpected gesture, or simply a stranger's smile that is directed toward you on a gloomy day. Our animal friends can provide much companionship, affection, and healing. 2, showering us with unconditional love and teaching us much. These are in all examples of abundance, and yet we often fail to acknowledge them as such. I'm going to pause there because, as many of you know, I have this lovely dog, Gus, and he is part of posts from time to time on Instagram. And he does give me that, and I do. I thank him every night before we go to sleep for being in my life. He gives me something to share love with. I care for him. He cares for me. We go play and we go hike and we meet other people. He's a very nice icebreaker because when you have a friendly, happy dog, people are drawn to that. And then it also opens them up for conversation and connection. And so those of you that are pet owners can recognize that in your various pets, whether it's a bird, cat, maybe you have farm animals. They truly do bring so much to our lives in their connection to life. And they do hear you, they understand you, and they can bring messages and to you as well, and clarity of things, right? In my experience with Gus, he's just happy that we're together and that we go together most places. And he loves outings, he loves going to the beach, he loves going on hikes, and so do I. So when we do that, that's when we're in our most present and most loving states and really feel the abundance of life and the simplicity of that abundance, even more so. Same thing when we return home, because we have a place to rest our head and clean up our bodies and things like that. Anyhow, back to the message of the book. Even when we go through hard times, let's see, I think I read that. Our animal friends, I did. Okay, here we go. Taking time to stop and appreciate all the precious help, all that is precious helps us remember how much we have and that God has given us. The birds in the sky, the fish in the sea, the animals, trees bearing fruit, night and day, and of course each other. At each point of creation, we are told God said, "It was good." End quote. And this life, which by nature is short, is meant to be enjoyed and savored. It is not a trial or meant to be an ordeal. So much of how we respond to life is via our attitude and inner belief system. Ask yourself today if you are expecting and anticipating good fortune, abundance, and joy, or if you are worried, waiting for the next thing to go wrong or be taken away. Many of us have been hurt or betrayed by circumstances in life, but we must not let it taint our projections of what the rest of our time here will be like. That's very much about being present too. And past discretions, right? Indiscretions. Don't let that define you, and don't let that define someone else. You have the power to change your life with every moment and every choice. And that builds momentum when they're aligned for the common purpose. How we perceive life is how it is, and what seeds we throw into the future is up to us to choose and sow wisely. Are we dwelling on failure, danger, obstacles, and lack, or are we focusing on what will still have, knowing more will be provided? The farmer who is each one of us. The farmer who is each one of us. We are all farmers. Okay. With every choice we do, we're seeding our own life. We must have faith in the crop, and that's in quotations, the crop, and water it well with good deeds, charity, kindness, thanks, and love. In God's playground, we have been given all we need. It is ours for the taking, as long as we share and help each other along. Okay, that's a really important thing to remember. It's ours for the taking, as long as we share and help each other along. That means, and I had a similar conversation with someone at the dog park today that said there was some conflict before I got there. And someone was like, oh, but I have the right to be here and stuff like that. However, that may be, and we are all there technically against city ordinance. All our dogs should be on leash, right? And through the grace of the city has allowed it to be an unsanctioned dog park during COVID, and it continues. And so the dogs run freely in a specific time in the morning. And this particular gentleman has a dog who has come into heat. So those of you that understand pack animals, and when animals are in heat, right, their scent is stronger, and then it riles up, it changes the energy of the male dogs there, that even if they're not intact, it still changes the energy because it's putting out pheromones and signals to like, hey, I'm ready to procreate, right? And he chose to stay there regardless of the adverse impact his dog being in heat was giving the group. We just have a beautiful butterfly fly by as well. All these beautiful messages from spirit as we're transformation, right? To me, butterflies, we're transforming from the chrysalis to the butterfly. So coming back to this point, meaning even though God and earth has provided everything we need here, it's ours for the taking to use for our wellness and well-being. It doesn't mean we misuse it or abuse it and take more than we need or use more than we need. To also have the ability, excuse me, to have awareness of yourself and others and how your choices impact others. As they do, whether you know it or not, they do. And those impacts don't just start with your immediate circle that you're in, they ripple all the way out from your individual reality to your microcosm to the macro, right? So in this case, say something occurred that could easily jeopardize the luxury that we currently have of having our dogs off leash in the morning at this particular park. It would ripple out and impact many people, right? And then the city gets involved, and then the city neighborhood gets involved, and things like that. You can see where it ripples out in this scenario, right? Or the opposite occurs, going, oh yeah, thank you, that's right, I shouldn't bring my dog here while it's in heat. And you take your dog elsewhere, maybe go on longer walks, keeping the dog on lead, and stay home or wherever your residence is. Okay, so being aware and mindfulness, right? Because that too is part of our abundance, is to be able to be in joy and harmony and live life fully, and also respect yourself and each other. It goes beyond just your personal needs. Okay, it's not just your personal needs. And you will learn how that weaves together in your own experiences as you become more aware of you, your choices and impacts, and you'll find your way through it. Let's see. Okay, So much of how we respond to life is via our attitude and inner belief system. Ask yourself today, and that was partly the point here. Someone's like, well, I have the right. Don't abuse it. I have the right to live here on this planet too. Let's not abuse it. Let's find harmony. How can we get through these things together? Right. Attitude. The attitude makes a big difference. Be humble, respectful, right? You can still have boundaries and stand up for things when needed, Okay, so much our attitude and belief system. Ask yourself today if you are expecting and anticipating good fortune, abundance, and joy, or if you are worried, waiting for the next thing to go wrong or take away. Many of us have been hurt or betrayed by circumstances in life, but we must not let it taint our projections of what the rest of our time here will be like. How we perceive life is how it is, and what seeds are thrown into the future is up to us to choose and sow wisely. Are we dwelling on failure, danger, obstacles, and lack, or are we focusing on what we still have, knowing more will be provided? The farmer, who is each one of us, must have faith in the crop and water it well in good deeds, charity, kindness, thanks, and love. In God's playground, we have been given all we need, as it is ours for the taking as long as we share and help each other along. Jesus also was present at various feasts and happy gatherings in Cana. He turned the water into wine for the wedding guests, and this is as far from old vows of denial and abstinence as we can get. It is okay to have fun, enjoy company, laugh, sing, enjoy good food, and celebrate all we have been given, including each other. Think about what an abundant life means to you. And that's really important. Think about what an abundance life means to you. It may involve free time, family, travel, nice house, living a full and varied life, or a far simpler one. Even a monastic life is fine if it makes you happy. Take time today to stop and smell the flowers, be with someone you love, appreciate, friends, laugh, and be entertained. To feel the breeze in your hair, taste the meal at the end of the day, and find comfort from the warm bed at night. There's also a message here to balance work and play. Balance work and play. So important. To take time off to recharge and relax, to plan a trip or night out, to treat yourself, but maybe some of you need to go on a retreat. I love retreats. I come back so relaxed and different. Treat yourself to something nice or to pamper yourself and put your feet up. To live an abundant life is what we all truly deserve and what is obtainable too. And that's so powerful. So the abundant life is attainable. And I know for myself, what's important for me is time to go do leisurely things, time to rest my body, time to go explore things. I like eating different foods, but I also require and would like the resources to do that too. So I encourage some of you, take some time, maybe a little audit of your life, what your heart desires. And I don't mean from a materialistic place, right? Be in balance with it, in harmony, because there's nothing wrong with having a big house. Do you need 5 big houses though? Do you truly need that? Right? Or do you need the fast Maserati? I don't know. Maybe you do. But I invite you to go deeper within yourself. Is it trying to fill something within you that isn't? Or would you be the same person and just as abundant without it? Right? And I feel when the answer is yes to that and you're enjoying life, then continue to move forward. But if it's from a place like, oh, well, so-and-so has it, I'm going to compete with them to do this, then maybe ask yourself a question. Is that really how you want to operate through life? Or you want to be content in who you are and just know you do these things because you truly find that machinery beautiful and you like it and enjoy it. I think you know what I'm getting. Just make that you're aligned, right? I know for me, I recently had a conversation. It's not like I want a mansion on a hill. I just wouldn't mind just having a 2-bedroom, 1-bath cottage near the beach so I can enjoy waking up to the ocean every day and walking in sand and things of that nature. And have just enough space, a little yard, a manageable yard, I'll say, that I can have my dog back there and get a second dog. That was really it. Not a lot. And then I have enough comfort and resources that if I want to go travel somewhere, I can. If I want to go visit my family, I can without the stress of finances, without the stress of how am I going to get there, travel. That it's a little more ease and grace that I always have the resources and abundance to do so. And that means, okay, transportation, vehicle, money, health, vitality, time, leisure, a balance of work and play. So figure out what that is for you, and that may change. But in this now moment, take some time to see where are you on track with the energy of abundance. How is your mental state? How's your mindset? Are those things aligned? Because the way you think, that attitude matters and impacts. It either supports or limits the flow of abundance in your life. Much love to all of you. Please like and share this video if you found it valuable to yourself. Gina with Soul Inspired Reflections, and have a beautiful day.